Hello, I am Reincarnation Stories, and today I want to share a story with you. A story that, perhaps, will help us understand one of life's greatest mysteries, the cycle of reincarnation. Have you ever wondered what happens after we die? Have you ever felt that, somehow, you've already lived something similar to what you're experiencing now? And what if I told you that this feeling might not just be imagination, but part of a great and wonderful process called reincarnation? Today, we will explore this concept, but not just with theoretical explanations. We will live together the journey of a soul, from its birth to its death, and perhaps understand the true purpose of life and what awaits us after this existence. The beginning of everything. The story I am about to tell begins many years ago in a small village where a child was born. His name was João. From the very first moment, something seemed different about him. He was not just a child like the others. His eyes had a depth that no one could understand, and he seemed to have a unique sensitivity toward others. When he was only 5 years old, João began to tell stories about places he had never visited and people he had never met. He spoke of a life in another time, when he had been an adult man, with a wife and children, living in a distant city. Sometimes, he even mentioned specific places, like a field of flowers he said he had seen in his past life, but no one in the village recognized. This greatly confused his parents, but it also sparked a question in them. Could it be possible that João was recalling something from a past life? João did not know what reincarnation was, and neither did his parents. They had no idea how this could be possible, but João's stories were so vivid and detailed that they began to be seen as something more than mere inventions of a child. The mystery of the past. As João grew, he continued to have memories of his previous life. He clearly remembered what had happened to him in his other existence, and this left everyone around him puzzled. João remembered the pain he felt when he died, and he spoke about the moment when his body became ill and he was taken to a hospital. He said that, when he died, he was greeted by a bright light, and that after his death, he felt a great peace, as if he had finally been freed from something that had been imprisoning him. These accounts began to attract the attention of scholars and people interested in understanding this phenomenon. João's story echoed the Spiritist Doctrine, which teaches that souls are immortal and return in different bodies to evolve. In Spiritism, we believe that reincarnation is an opportunity for the soul to redeem itself, learn, and grow morally. João's story was not unique. Spiritism tells us that many children, especially in their early lives, have memories of past lives. What they tell us about those lives often confirms historical details and makes us reflect on what we really know about life and death. The purpose of life and reincarnation. But what leads a soul to reincarnate? What makes João, like so many other souls, return to Earth in a new body? The answer, according to Spiritism, is simple: evolution. Imagine that your soul is like a blank sheet of paper, which fills up with experiences and lessons with each incarnation. Each life is an opportunity for improvement, a chance to correct mistakes and move toward perfection. Sometimes this means facing difficulties, going through moments of suffering, and other times it is a period of great learning and evolution. João, for example, in his past life, had made mistakes. He remembered being selfish, neglecting people he loved. His new incarnation, in a child's body, was a chance to learn what humility, patience, and true love are. And all of this happens based on the law of cause and effect, which states that our actions in one life shape the next. As João's story shows, reincarnation is not a punishment, but an opportunity to correct our flaws, to improve ourselves, and to make a positive difference in the world. The cycle of reincarnation. Now, imagine that you are also part of this great cycle. Each soul is a particle of the divine, which, through the incarnations, learns and evolves. With each new life, you have the chance to be a better person, to correct the mistakes of the past, and to make a difference in the world around you. And this does not mean that reincarnation is an automatic process. Spiritism teaches that, after the death of the physical body, the soul returns to a spiritual plane where it is helped by spiritual beings to reflect on its actions, evaluate its lessons, and choose the challenges it will need to face in the next incarnation. This process is deeply connected to our moral and intellectual evolution. Each life teaches us something new, whether through joys, difficulties, or even suffering. It is all part of a journey that never ends, but always leads us to become more enlightened, wiser, and more loving beings. Reincarnation in our everyday life. Now, perhaps you may ask yourself, how does this apply to my life? What can I learn from reincarnation to improve my present? When we understand that we are souls in evolution, we can look at our difficulties and challenges with different eyes. If something isn't going well in our life, we can ask, what can this teach me? What is this experience trying to show me? Perhaps I have something to learn that will help me grow spiritually. This shift in perspective can transform the way we see the world. We can stop blaming others and understand that, often, the difficulties we face are opportunities for growth. And by understanding this, we begin to act with more compassion, both toward others and ourselves. Conclusion. João's story is, in fact, the story of all of us. We are souls in constant learning, and reincarnation is a divine tool that allows us to move forward, correct our mistakes, and draw closer to perfection. Reincarnation is not just a theory, it is a reality experienced by many people around the world. It invites us to look at life with more patience, love, and understanding, because, in the end, we are all on the same path, the path of evolution. If you enjoyed this story and want to learn more about reincarnation and Spiritism, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with others. Together, we can continue this journey of learning and spiritual growth.